podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another double doses of the TBV Morning Edition. It is fight week, so you know we had to come back to talk some King Nello, but with a twist. He will be taking on Yildirim sometime this week on Saturday, making the first defense of his WBC title February 27th live on Dazn. If you don't have Dazn, remember you can use our link in every description of all our videos below, and go ahead and sign up to Dazn, catch this fight. We're actually going to be talking a little debate that the trainer of one, Canelo Alvarez, the promoter of one, Gervonta Davis, and a writer had on Twitter yesterday. So Coppinger, Michael Coppinger, we like to call him breaking news Coppinger out here. He had a tweet that suggested that if Eddy Reynoso's team continued in the fashion that it was going, he easily was going to be the candidate for Trainer of the Year. But let me pull up the exact tweet and go ahead and screen share with you guys just to bring you up to speed exactly what is taking place in the Twitterverse. And you can see Leonard, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and his response, and then our good friend Eddy Reynoso's response, and then we obviously want to hear from you and your thoughts on what they have said. So where did this tweet go? I'm gonna have to grab it from the pre-pro. Sorry, fellas. Sorry. We are here now, and I just want you to see it straight from the horse's mouth and read it word by word. So Michael Coppinger, and I'm screen sharing now for those following along on YouTube. Michael Coppinger comes out and says, Eddy Reynoso off to an absolutely monster 2021. Ryan Garcia KO over Luke Campbell. Now Oscar Valdez with his brutal KO over Miguel Berchelt. Canelo Alvarez fights next week, Saturday. And Trainer of the Year might already be a wrap. So that's the first debate, right? The first debate is, has Eddy already done enough where no one can come close, right? Because Coppinger's saying Trainer of the Year might. So not that it is, might already be a wrap. Leonard, CEO of TMT Promotions, comes back and says he's an excellent coach who's off to a great start, but let's not crown him yet. What happens if one of his main fighters gets clipped in 2021, or if Mell, editors brackets, Jermell Charlo, the unified 154 champion, and EJ, editors brackets, Errol Spence Jr., the unified welterweight champion, both signed to PBC, become undisputed this year, or both? Geez, it's only February. was his response to Michael Coppinger, insinuating, well, what if Derek James is capable of taking both his unified champions to undisputed? So second debate is, do we believe Leonard Ellerbe and the fact that both EJ and Mell can become undisputed this year? Do we see the Crawford fight happening and the Ugas fight happening for Errol? Do we see that Brian Castellano fight happening in 2021 for Jermell? And now the last part of the debate and conversation for today is going to be Eddy Reynoso, Team Canelo's trainer, who says, and what if Canelo is undisputed in September? Blessings, Leonard. And he put the fist emoji, Mexican flag emoji, and another fist emoji. So he is insinuating, what if Canelo beats Yildirim in February, beats Billy in May, and then beats Plant in September? And there's an interview with Chavez of ESPN where Canelo says if things go that way, he's fighting also in December. This is the discussion. Gentlemen, did you see this, or are you just being brought up to speed today?
Yeah, I'm going to go first, Mario. Let me go first real quick.
Next up, sports soccer. Shut up!
Ness, let me tell you something. That was a mouthful, man. I had like 6 answers I wanted to give you the whole time you were talking. But let me see if I can get it back in chronological order, or whatever order I can remember it in. So I agree with Mike Coppinger, where Eddy Reynoso is off to a sensational start with the fighters that he's had. The wins that they have had is amazing. Canelo unifying 168. Ryan Garcia having a big win, being a prospect against a contender, and then having Oscar Valdez shock the world with the win over Berchelt, who everybody or most people would have picked to beat Oscar Valdez. Sensational start. We still have Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, so on and so forth. But yes, Leonard Ellerbe is also correct, because if Jermell Charlo becomes undisputed and Errol Spence Jr. becomes undisputed, there's no dispute in the fact that Derek James should be trainer of the year, even if Canelo becomes undisputed at 168, and that would also have to make Oscar Valdez become unified at 130, or Andy Ruiz Jr. winning a title to make him leapfrog Derek James if both his fighters are undisputed. I think I answered everything that you asked. Mario?
Yeah, so I did see it. I thought it was an excellent conversation because exactly for all the things that Ness had talked about. You know, it's like there's one debate, you know, who would we value, or not value, I mean, you know, undisputed is undisputed, but who has the harder road to undisputed is a question. Who would you be more impressed with if they were to become undisputed this year is another question. You know, who should be trainer of the year? Should Eddy Reynoso and should Eddy Reynoso be able to get Canelo to the undisputed, and should James get his fighters to undisputed? Like these are great questions. But yeah, I think that it's tough, man. If you have to say who's more realistic right now, I think it's Canelo, because he's already on that path. We know that Billy Saunders fight is more than likely going to happen, you know, and then we know that the Caleb Plant fight is probable as well. And then on the other side with the welterweights, I don't know that Errol fights Crawford this year.
Well, wait a minute. And I didn't want to interrupt, but I just want you and the listeners to know some facts. The Billy Joe fight is happening. The only way it doesn't happen is if Canelo loses. They've agreed to it, and it was a 2-fight deal. Eddie made it clear on a recent interview that he was responsible for bringing Canelo back to the network that he left, and he is responsible for making the Callum Smith 1-fight deal, and he is responsible for coming back to Canelo and offering him the Yildirim fight and the Billy Joe on Dazn. So Eddie is insinuating that Canelo isn't a free agent, and he used the word free agent until the third fight, which would be versus Plant, where he plans on trying to come up with a deal for Plant as well. There's even rumors that he wants to offer Plant a fight to build it up. I don't know, but yeah.
Those are definitely the rumors. Dynamite drop in, but I just want to make it clear. Like, the only reason why I say, like, you know, yes, that fight is, you know, supposed to happen. I just meant, like, does it happen in 2021, like with the pandemic and everything? You know, who knows what happens? But that fight is scheduled to take place, so I could see Undisputed for Canelo much easier than Errol Spence right now, you know. And then when you move up a division to the junior middleweights and you look at Charlo, he'd probably be in second place for me, only because he already has all the belts except for the WBO. And Castano, I think, is a fight that can get made. Does it get made is the question, you know, because in boxing, it's like the fights that are the most obvious sometimes take the longest if they ever happen. So he's probably the second.
Interrupting
I'm
again.
done. Go ahead.
Interrupting again. We dropped the ball heavy, right? Because isn't Castano signed to Lewickovic?
Yes.
Damn. And we had him all this time.
Yeah. On right.
Crazy.
Oh wait, it didn't come across the mind, so it's okay. You know what I mean? It was in the subconscious. It didn't come to the conscious mind. It's all right. But listen, we'll ask him again, hopefully, if we remember next time, because that's a big opportunity, like Mario was saying. I think the fight can be made because it should be on both sides. The fight with Castano and thing. I just feel like the 154 undisputed, 147 undisputed. I mean, is big deal, man. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? Versus, that's 2 undisputed versus 1 being Canelo if he does undispute at 168. That's if he does. He still has some hurdles in front of him to overcome, which most people would expect him to overcome. Do you understand? But it's boxing, man. Stranger things have happened. You understand, Mario?
No, for
Mario don't froze over there.
Mario done went into the lack of internet realm. Lack of internet realm.
All three of them.
Mario, man. Showcase with a spot.
Go ahead.
Mario, you went into the lack of internet realm.
Did I
Come
froze?
back. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I figured that was me. But yeah, listen, the only point I wanted to make was if all three were to gain undisputed this year, it would be such a tough debate, because the debate is this. It's like, well, you could see Derek James having 2 guys undisputed, which would be monumental.
Yes.
On the other side, you have Canelo, who's the, you know, at the top in terms of, you know, most prized fighter in the game. And then you have guys like Oscar Valdez. You know, what does Ryan Garcia end up doing? You know, all these things will factor into it, but it'd be really, really hard to make a case against James if he were to get both undisputed.
I don't know.
Said,
I mean,
I don't think that happens.
How much weight does it hold for Canelo to undispute at 168? I mean, I hate that, you know, because it's Canelo, it's just getting glossed over. Like, he will be undisputing at a weight, 3-4 times the weight he started his career at? Like, we're just acting like, oh, well, he just undisputes. It's nothing because James has 2 fighters that undispute. This is a man undisputing out of his natural category. This is a man also that said, I'm going to undispute the division in 1 year. This is 1 year. Like, who else has done that? It's taken people 5 years to get all the belts. My man is doing it in 1 year, and it's being glossed over because what? I don't get. Then we're giving James credit for the culmination of his fighters. 2 fighters allegedly becoming undisputed. We're giving him credit, but then we're not going to give credit? What if Ryan goes on to fight Dazn, or the rumor is Javier possibly, Tank, Pacquiao? Like, we just don't know this. Like, he's already won an interim title this year and scored a knockout in a fight people didn't think he would get the knockout. That's Ryan's resume for 2021. Then you got Oscar, who already won a world title. You got Andy, who already lost 25 pounds and is scheduled to come back. Like, I don't know. I just think he got so many fighters that if we're going to give credit to one trainer for multiple fighters, we got to give credit to Reynoso for his whole squad leveling up. Because who does Frank Sanchez fight in 2021? You understand? It's so much to wait on. It's so much.
Let me explain something.
Right.
The last time quote unquote undisputed happened at 154 with super welterweight was Winky Wright in 2004. He only had 3 belts, the WBC, the IBF, and I think it was WBO. Now, let me, hold on. In 2005 or 6 was the last time the welterweight division had an undisputed, which was Zab Judah. No, that's a long time. Now, remember, the 168-pound division, the last time it had somebody close enough to a undisputed was Joe Calzaghe when he beat Mikhail Kessler. So if you look at it, though...
Canelo said, and I didn't fact check it, but Canelo and his team believe the 168's never been undisputed. That's why they're undisputing it.
That's what I just explained to you. The closest thing to being super middleweight being undisputed was when Joe Calzaghe beat Mikhail Kessler, and it was just for the WBA super welterweight title, WBC.
Again. So how do we overvalue one thing and undervalue something that's never happened before?
It's not. It's just 2. It's 2. But you see, the thing about the time that those other divisions haven't been undisputed is also a factor too. That also carries weight. So if you put the 2 up against the 1, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's a trend of having 2 fighters undisputed versus having 1 fighter who's undisputed, but having 3 or 4 fighters who are doing great.
Coach Myers
calculated, you know what I mean?
Coach Myers with a fantastic super chat that really throws a monkey wrench in everything.
Yeah.
If Fury beats AJ twice this year and becomes undisputed, does Sugar Hill be in the consideration? And I mean, I think he could take the cake. Heavyweights bring out casuals. Fury and Wilder's pay-per-view, CYB proved that to us, did the best numbers of any pay-per-view in the last couple of years. They did over 1.2 or 1.1. I'm not saying AJ and Fury can replicate those numbers, but I'm just saying people care about heavyweights. And yeah, I mean, AJ is considered this darling. If Fury beats him twice in this year to be undisputed, that means he beat Wilder and AJ. It's like, bro, I mean, he's at the top of the top, because even if Canelo undisputes, none of the fighters he's going to fight are on the level of AJ Fury Wilder. Same thing for Jermell. You know what I mean? Like, AJ Fury Wilder are elite. They're elite, right? You go down to the next division, no one is saying, people are arguing and debating whether or not Plant is elite, whether or not his resume is complete. People questioned and complained about Callum Smith, you know, so they're not going to value that undisputed in Canelo as much as they'll value the undisputed from AJ and Fury. Same thing with Earl. I mean, actually not the same thing. The fact that Earl undisputes and beats Crawford, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow in terms of who gets the nod, right? Like, what's the more wanted fight?
You beat a pound-for-pound fighter. I hate to cut you off, but he'd have beat a quote-unquote to most the number 1.
No, that would be his second. That would be his second, because he beat Mikey. So this would be his second pound-for-pound fighter. And Fury, you know, heavyweights don't get placed on a pound-for-pound list. So I don't think he got pound-for-pound credit for Wilder, and he won't get it for AJ.
And I hate to do this to fighters, but name me the 2 pound-for-pound or the 1 pound-for-pound fighter that Canelo would have beat on his way to undisputed at 168.
At 168, no one is considered pound for pound other than Canelo. You know, the best thing Canelo could do on his way to undisputed 168 would be to mix in the Benavidez fight that people think he's running from. Maybe that could be the December fight after undisputed.
So we already know there that. Go ahead, Mario.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, you already know right there already that Derek James, for me, would, if that happens, would have to get my vote for Trainer of the Year. Now, the close second, man, close runner-up would be Eddy Reynoso, because of all the fights he would have had, you know what I mean, between these fighters. If you look at if Ryan gets a Tank or a Manny Pacquiao fight, I mean, that's monumental for his, you know, his case towards being Trainer of the Year. You understand what I'm saying? But those are all ifs, ands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I listen, I agree. I do. It's tough to make a case against the coach who's able to accomplish it, you know, that, just like you said. But at the same time, if I'm looking to what's realistic and who do I expect to be there at the end, I think it is going to be Reynoso. I don't think that what he's done in the 2 months, and even if Canelo gets like a big knockout, first round knockout against you, like all that does is add to the base of what he's accomplished. Okay. But I don't think that he's so far ahead that he can't be caught by any of the other trainers, because there's a lot of big fights out there.
Don't forget, technically, he's only really homegrown one fighter in Canelo.
I mean, listen,
the
thing is that
Andy just needed somebody to motivate him, and Ryan.
I mean, I wouldn't put it like that. Like he just needed someone to motivate him. I mean, with Andy, that's a huge, that's a big. Listen, but that's not the same.
Are you gonna shit on Manny?
It's not the same. Listen, it's not the same. But what's shitting on Manny Robles? You haven't even seen him fight. We don't know how good or bad he is. There's no reason to shit on. All I'm saying is that Andy, it's much more than just being motivated. I think it's also showing him a pathway to continue to be that fighter, not just get up for the moments that you have to get up for. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you look at that vast stable and what he's able to accomplish. If he's able to have all his fighters remain victorious this year, you have a little bit of everything. You have the proof in the pudding with that homegrown fighter, like you said, but then you also have a guy in Oscar Valdez who, whether it's homegrown or not, the impressive thing that he did was take a fighter who most people saw as not one-dimensional per se, but a guy who couldn't change gears, and then put him in a fight where not only could he change gears, but he could also stay super disciplined and not get sucked into fights that aren't his to win. That right there is an accomplishment, and it's accomplishment on a different level. You know what I'm saying? So that shows the vastness of his ability to train fighters.
So then take Jermell Charlo, right, who came from Ronnie Shields, who wasn't knocking nobody out, and Derek turned him into a monster. An absolute monster, knocking people out, man, left, right, and center. You know what I mean? He went 12 with Tony Harrison and came back and knocked him out on some Deontay Wilder shit. Like keep it 100. He took a fighter who was already undefeated, you know what I'm saying, who was already doing what he needed to do, and took him to a super level where he's now a superstar, doing pay-per-views.
Yeah, but how much better is he today than he was back then? That's the question. I think is he.
What?
Well, listen, that's your opinion. I'd seen Mell. Mell to me was always a great fighter, and I'll be honest, I think he gets there. I think he gets there with Shields as well. I think he would be in the same position right now had he not switched trainers. I think he is that good. So with me though, for me, Oscar Valdez, he might lose a Berchelt fight if he's not with Eddy Reynoso. Like that's a big headline. Does Mell lose? Does Mell lose his last fight if he's not with Derek James? If he's with Shields, I don't know. I don't think he does. Maybe, but maybe anything's a maybe. But I don't think that
Oscar loses either. I don't think Oscar loses either next fight. And you think
I think that opinion is in the minority. I think you'd be in the minority. I think the majority of people would look at that and say that they didn't expect Oscar Valdez to win.
It's nothing different. I'm talking to you from the minority seat, brother. Like you got to
no, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say is, so it's not the minorities that vote these guys. Oh, that sounds weird. It's not the minority vote that gets these guys in, which is I guess the truth of America too. But it's the casual fan. Not and casual fan such a bit. That's not the right word. But
this is what we're talking about.
Mainstream.
Well, we're talking about Oscar Valdez switching from his trainer to Eddy Reynoso and the changes he made to get the Berchelt win versus Jermell Charlo changed from Ronnie Shields to Derek James and the progressions that they've made. And he's saying that if that Oscar would have lost without Eddy in the fight against Berchelt, and he feels like Jermell would have won against Rosario without Derek James.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Listen,
what are you sorry about?
It's all good.
That I'm caught in the middle of a back and forth on IG. But what's up? If Reynoso's not in the corner,
all right, it's okay. Just handle that. We go back to cooking.
Nah, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready. I put it down.
No, we're talking. Go ahead.
Listen, the one point I wanted to make earlier is I don't think that like, and I'm taking Derrick James out of the equation for a little bit. I don't think Sugar Hill should be prompted over Eddy Reynoso, even if Fury were to win both fights. Even though they're monumental wins, it's like you're still having to go back to the stable. Like, that's what Reynoso has right now for him. He has every level where he's showing you, look, I'm able to do it with the heavyweights, with the smaller guys. I'm able to do it with my homegrown guy. I'm able to do it with my guys that are coming in. It's different levels at every single spot.
Hold on, you're being a narrative person right now. Let me give you the story. What we're talking about is Oscar Valdez going from his old trainer to Eddy Reynoso. The changes he has made to get the Berchelt win, correct? And talking about Jermell Charlo going from Ronnie Shields to Derrick James, the improvements that he has made. Mario is under the assumption.
Yeah, but Jermell lost in between that transition. He lost.
Right, and came back and got the knockout. So I was saying he was saying that Oscar Valdez would have lost without Eddy, and Jermell would have beat Jason Rosario without Derrick.
I mean, I could see him beating Jason Rosario without Derrick.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, Jermell is just so much more. Like, again, Jermell is the more experienced of the two brothers, bro. If you go back, he fought Rosado before Peter Quillen, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he fought him a long time ago. He fought Josine Alcine a long time ago too, I believe, and that's the dude that beat David Lemieux. Took David Lemieux's first you know what I'm saying? He knocked out Lemieux a long time ago. I don't know.
I just think, like I said, if he were like, the whole question was if Derrick James is able to get two guys to undisputed level.
I just think Sugar Hill is a bigger accomplishment. Like, he would have.
It's a bigger win. It's a bigger win.
Nah, a bigger accomplishment. He undisputed the heavyweight division, and his fighter went through the elites, man.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
he
question.
never took Tyson.
But it's a calendar year.
Yeah, I don't count that.
It's a calendar year. You can't really count Wilder about that.
Get Tyson from where he was and brought him to where he's like. I don't count that.
I mean, you don't gotta count Wilder. He already did the Wilder. This year would be for the AJ, but it's still a culmination of things, right? Like, he had to go through Wilder to get the AJ.
Like you said earlier, I think it depends so much because you got, Frank out there, you got Ryan out there, who does Oscar come back and fight? Like, there are a lot of big moments to come in 2021 for that camp, or possible big moments to come. But
listen, we talking about Derrick James, and he gets credit for changing Jermell. Why nobody's giving Sugar Hill credit for changing Fury? He went from a dude that was a boxer to a puncher.
No, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, styles make fights.
It's the same thing, because people were saying that Jermell was a boxer, not a puncher. And
he took a loss. They had a hiccup. That ain't happened with Reynoso. Ain't no hiccups. Whatever y'all want to say, but he came back. It was a hiccup. There was a blip on the road. That blip ain't there for no other trainer in question. That's all I'm saying. Like, we can't just keep acting like it ain't fucking happened.
Yeah.
And it happened on Derrick James's watch after the transition. So that's his, to deal with. S.O. Akuni says, Mel becoming a KO artist has transformed his popularity and positioning in boxing. Whether he's better off strictly in terms of wins and losses, I don't know.
But here's the problem is that you're talking about a fighter who, this was his evolution. Like, does he get to this place regardless is my question. I think he's good enough. And this isn't to take away from Derrick James, but when you have a prize pupil, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't, you know what to do with them and what not to do with them. You know where to kind of mold them and shift them and change them. And you know exactly what to leave the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? And with Mel, I feel like he's a dude who's just so good already. It's not to say that he didn't benefit from Derrick James, but I just feel like, if you have any top trainer at that level with a guy who's as good as a Mel,
let's pick up
you can get there.
let's pick up this conversation at the end of the year because, like I said, Reynoso off to a fantastic start. Congratulations to him. Give him all the props. Let's see where the rest of the year go, man, because a lot of big fights still to happen. Yildirim, Canelo, man, what do we take on the fight? We seen them go side by side. Like, what's up with all that?
Samson just responded he is not Castaño's promoter.
See?
Damn. In terms of fight week, coach of the year is clearly Mark Breland. Jay Lewis with a £2
Super chat.
Super chat.
Thanks for the yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that that dolphin color tracksuit that Canelo had on. That junk was fly.
For the arrivals or today?
When they were doing the whole press conference, taking pictures and stuff when they were on the field
with the jerseys. You seen that meme? You seen that meme of them holding up the jerseys, and he's got Canelo's got number 1, Yildirim's got 58, and somebody put, "Good to see that they got their jerseys for their rankings in the super middleweight." Oh man, that was a good one. I don't know who made that, but I saw it.
Since we're talking fight week, trainer Eddy Reynoso insists that Canelo isn't overlooking Yildirim. Do you think Canelo is too much of a professional to overlook Yildirim, or can he fall victim to what happens to a lot of fighters, that they can't get up for an opponent that isn't known to the public?
I'll put it like this. I think this is boxing, and anyone can fall victim to that. That said, I think Canelo is of the highest professional standards, or one of them, in the sport of boxing, perhaps in sports today. He's a hard worker. So I don't think it happens to him. I think if there's a percentage with every fight, his is in the lowest percentile that there can be, and so I think it doesn't happen. But like I said, I mean, this is boxing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me personally, Canelo, man. Canelo. There's no way Canelo's overlooking Yildirim. Knowing what's in front of him, knowing that Undisputed is the goal, knowing that Billy Joe Saunders is the next fight, knowing that possibly after that could be Canelo, there's no way. There's no way Canelo's dropping the ball right now in the prime of his career when he's looking to dominate this sport. Nah, I don't see it at all, man. I see him coming in, putting on a sensational performance, making the haters even more mad that the way he's gonna put Yildirim on a highlight reel. So yeah.
All right. So you said the welcome to Miami. We got those picks too here. All right, here we go. This is Canelo holding up the number 1 jersey and Yildirim holding up the 58. Now, Canelo was asked by Chava of ESPN about Yildirim's thoughts and the fact that Yildirim believes he knows Canelo's weaknesses because he was a sparring partner for Canelo for so long. What do you guys think?
That don't mean nothing. He ain't with him. That don't mean nothing. Nah, man. Like, everybody sees something until they get in there, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure Canelo has upped his game consistently every day, continued to be consistent and stack performances on top of performances, and sparring on top of sparring, and camps on top of camps, that at the point right now, he's probably in cruise control, you know what I'm saying, just letting it go. So Yildirim is in for a big surprise. Whatever he thought is not going to be what it be.
Jay Lewis with the super chat says, I wasn't joking. Breland saved Wilder's life. Yeah, but that happened not this year, and many other people in the chat corrected me that I cannot discredit the loss because it didn't happen this year, and James would be in the runnings for 2021 Trainer of the Year, hence the loss, not,
Yeah, but that argument was based off of mine and Francis's debate on, who gets more credit, for switching trainers and developing that fighter, Valdez or Derek James in Mell. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say, oh, well, because Mell lost, 2 years ago or whatever it was, that affects Derek James's ability to win this year. Like, nobody said that. You never even said that.
No, I definitely didn't say that. But we were just debating on the fact, like you said, who did a better job with the fighter, even getting the fighters that are already built. Because Ronnie Shield had already did his work with Jermell fighting on Golden Boy, and Oscar was fighting already with another trainer, right? For a while, he was a champion at 126. So, yeah. What we got next? What's up?
What we got next is I think we should open up the phone lines and allow the debate to be public and get your guys' thoughts. Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. You can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype.
Yo, before you go there, real quick. I hear that Yildirim said he was a sparring partner for Canelo for a while. How do you feel about sparring somebody that you could potentially fight at some point?
I think a fight is a fight. Obviously, sparring is going to give you some level of confidence over a person, but I think a fight is a fight, and it's definitely not sparring.
Mario? How do you feel about sparring somebody that you could fight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's... I mean, it just depends, like, what the time frame is, stuff like that, but I don't think it's the best idea. The problem is that, like, 90% of fighters, probably more than that, you know, it's always, like, an unknown thing. Like, so it's, like, really hard to kind of keep track. I mean, it's like, you spar guys in your division... guys that you could eventually fight one day, there's no problem with that. But the guy that's like on your radar, you know, could be next. Like, I wouldn't think it'd be smart for Mell and Castano to start fighting, despite the fact that there's no set fight. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I said that, Ness, because when you think about it, right, Mario, when you think about it, when you spar with somebody, you kind of get their rhythm. You kind of see how big they are inside the ring. You kind of see how they move. It's just from there, it's just adjustments, right?
Sure.
Like, if you got in there with Shoke before fighting him, you'd be confident fighting him without even seeing any footage. Because, like, I've already been in there with him. I kind of know how he moves.
Or I would have a better understanding of what to, you know, do to beat him if he were to get the best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Right. Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that cleared up, man. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? You understand what I'm saying? That's like, if you got in there with somebody, you kind of got their rhythm. You kind of see how they move inside the ring. It's just about the adjustments and training for the fight, no?
Yes and no. I'm not going to change what I said. You know, you could look good in sparring with someone, and then that dude still could beat you in a fight, because a fight is a fight. And, you know, it's just totally different. The intensity is different. I don't know. It's different.
All right. Let's go to the phone lines, man. Get them thumbs up, numbers up, man. We appreciate you watching and listening wherever you are around the world. Border Wars 13. Border Wars 10, March 13, around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Get in the ring and swing. The main event is Keem the Dream from Florida versus Marvin the Tank Furman out of Dallas, Texas, man. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be fireworks. You know what I'm saying? Mario, myself, we definitely going to be in the car trying to let this thing go. Bro. So shout out to you. Maybe Ness can get a late
Marvin
opponent.
was sparring a pro yesterday that looked pretty good.
Who, Marvin?
Well, he didn't show the footage. He showed the footage of the pro doing just the pad work, and he was looking pretty good.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you know the number to call in if you want to participate in the show. You want to go ahead and let us know what you think and who you think will end up being Trainer of the Year. What's got to be done for them to win that Trainer of the Year? 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical, experts in electrical vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installations, visit us at elcaminoelectrical.com.
It's also fight week, so if you feel like talking about Canelo and Yildirim and you know, whatever has to do with that fight, feel free. Or we can stick to the main topic, that is, who's going to win Trainer of the Year? And does Michael Coppinger have a point? Do you agree with him in saying that it's almost a wrap? You know, well, let's get the actual words before I fuck it up again. Here we go. He says, Eddy Reynoso off to an absolutely monster 2021. Ryan Garcia's KO over Luke Campbell. Now Oscar Valdez with the brutal KO of Miguel Berchelt. Canelo Alvarez fights this week, Saturday, and Trainer of the Year might already be a wrap. Leonard Ellerby suggests otherwise. He says, excellent coach who's off to a great start, but let's not crown him yet. What happens if his main fighters gets clipped in 2021, or if Jermell Charlo or Errol Spence Jr. become undisputed this year, or both? Geez, this is only February, as to say, slow down. Let's not make assumptions so soon. We got 10 more months of boxing. What could happen in those 10 months is what we're asking you to tell us during your call. And Eddy Reynoso coming back and saying, and what if Canelo is undisputed, even though he put indisputable in September? We all know he meant undisputed. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? We're going out to what looks like heavy-handed Jay on Blog Talk. Remember, you can call in Blog Talk 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time, voice your opinion. Also, hit us up on Skype to be part of the conversation.
Long Beach in the house.
Yeah, man. Talk about dropping the ball. I mean, this Canelo fight week. Everybody excited?
I'm excited, man. Huge fight.
You got your fight party planned?
I mean, if
he
loses this fight, we don't get the Billy Joe, we don't get the plant. Lot riding on him getting his win.
Man, I ain't got a lot to say. Like I said yesterday, it's just like the music industry. Nobody knows when anything happens. You don't know when your favorite artist is coming out. And nobody knows Canelo's fighting Saturday. That's my call.
Mario, you being the resident Mexican, does your family know that he's fighting Saturday?
Nah, man, not really. My grandpa forgot. I told him last week, and he still forgot like a couple days ago.
Damn.
So yeah, man. I honestly, I could get with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a huge Canelo fan base, and Twitter, you could see it. People are excited, but there's also a huge Canelo hate fandom of people that hate on him, and that's even more visible on Twitter.
Well. Let's go to who's on Coach Myers, Connecticut. What up?
What's going on?
Make your case for Sugar Hill, champ. You threw him in the mix.
Yeah, you gotta understand. The biggest fight in boxing is AJ and Fury. I mean, if he beats him once, obviously he becomes undisputed.
That's what you feel, or you going off of the headlines?
I mean, that's what I feel.
Wow, so you think it's bigger than Earl and Crawford?
If that fight's let's think about it like this. If any fight is announced right now, the highest height would be the AJ Fury. I mean, Crawford Spence, it will be cool for the hardcores, but for everybody, the whole global, it will be AJ Fury.
So you think AJ and Fury, two UK dudes, are more popular than Errol and Crawford?
Globally, yes. Honest opinion, yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's debatable. But anyways, I think definitely Sugar Hill. If not, Derek James will be a close second, especially if Spence unifies. I mean, Undisputed, and also Charlo, because there'll be no debate in each of their weight classes. 147, we know who's the man, and he's undisputed. 154, we know who's the man, and he's undisputed. So that's my take on it.
All right. Who's up next? Looking like Jay. What's up?
Looking like, I was just backing you up.
Looking like JT. You rocking out? You know what's going on?
JT sleep out there.
Ken V in Texas. You rocking out? Louisville Slugger.
LV.
You rocking out?
What it do?
Let's go.
Fellas, what up? What up?
Good afternoon, champ.
What up?
Good afternoon, man. Oh, know what the question y'all asking? Who most likely gonna go undisputed this year? Who the most likely?
Yes.
I think Jermell got the best chance to do it. I'm not really sure who Castano with, but I know he got all the belts at 154, and all he waiting on is that WBO belt. So I think he got the best chance. I think everybody else. I mean, Canelo got a shot too if he get that plant fight by the end of the year, but he got to get through Billy Joe, and I do feel like Billy Joe gonna get that man some problem. You know what I'm saying? He a slick boxer, so I think he gonna probably give him problems, but I still think Canelo pull it out. And on the Spence thing, I just don't, Hidden Valley Spence, man, he on his ranch tip when it come to Bud, so I'm not sure he gonna get the Bud fight this year. So hopefully we do. Hopefully Bud get a good pay-per-view this year. I mean, I want the Porter fight. I'm willing to pay for that. So hopefully get that Porter fight or Pacquiao. That's a big name, but Pacquiao been out the ring a year plus. But what I'm saying, you get a Pacquiao shot, you got to turn, you got to take that. But what I'm saying, I don't want to hear no excuses when he retired Pacquiao if he do get that fight. But man, I think Jermell got the best chance, man. He just waiting on that Castano fight. So I think he'll have the best opportunity to get the undisputed. Everybody else, they'll have a little.
Cut it.
All right.
Majid, Ohio. What up?
Video, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon and the YouTube members for something. But shit, if it came to trainer of the year, I can't really put my finger on it. But I think that it'll either be out of that Reynoso, and if other trainer could get Charlo and Spence to get the belts or whatever, then I think he'll take it hands down. But other than that, I think by the end of the year, Reynoso gonna have that title. That's all I got.
Yo, I just don't see how people don't think it's far-fetched. Like, Francis gave out the last years those divisions been undisputed.
Yeah.
And obviously it's been a long time because it hasn't.
2006 and 2007.
And it's been that long because it's not easy to do. So, I think probable is Jermell. But you were Earl fan. You think Earl undisputed this year?
Honestly, if Earl gets the Ugas title shot and gets the title, yes, I do.
Now, Tim Smith did an interview, I think, with Fighting News, and he said that there's no plans to make Crawford and Earl this year. And do we even have a working date for Earl? Has he announced like a comeback month?
No, he said he had said he wanted to come back. I was talking to people. He wanted to come back March, April, but it looks like it's more likely going to be around April, May. I would assume.
April, May. You think that's soon?
The only thing
June.
I heard was after
That's
May.
what I would think.
It was.
I don't know that 100, so don't quote me on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that, like you said, that is soon. That's like what, 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Well, you should already be in shape.
New caller. What is this? What is this? This is.
April. It's a new caller.
Is that
in,
Boston? Boston?
No, it's
fellas.
Boston.
What's up, brother? Who's this?
Rafael from Boston.
Oh, Rafael. What's up, brother? Talk to us.
Meeting you guys. Nice meeting you. I love your program, man. Couple things. I think Reynoso got the best chance. Also, Canelo might have the best chance to go undisputed just because I know that Spence Crawford fight is not going to happen. Not maybe in like the next 2 years. Not right now. I think it needs to get a little bit bigger. Also, what do you guys think about Fury having the best chance to be undisputed if it beats AJ? So I think that's the fight that's more likely to happen than Canelo Plant, Canelo, what's the other dude? All them dudes, and that fight is gonna get made before the Spence, Crawford, all those fights.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I think Jermell definitely gets his undisputed this year.
Yeah,
for Castano, there's no bigger out there. So like whatever they offer Castano, that was 1 or 2 times bigger than what he's gonna take it because it's a shot.
Yeah.
It's a shot at all the belts, and you're gonna get a bump in your pay. And then if you win, you in that TO spot. Plus, right now is the best time for Al to offer Castano Undisputed. He could get it cheap.
Yeah.
Because look, yo, Tio was in the media. He only got 1.5. You know what I'm saying? He could get it cheap.
And if you think about it too, there's only one title that separates Jermell from getting Undisputed.
Yeah,
for Canelo
only
and
one.
Earl, there's two titles. You know what I mean? There's titles that is. So it's a bigger.
That's why I say Fury. I think Fury and Jermell are in the same position.
Yeah, because it's one fight, right?
It's one for well, the 4 of them, right? Castano too, because Castano could win and AJ could win. It's boxing. But they are.
I get that, but I mean, I don't know though. Like, answer this question: does Canelo lose to Yildirim? No. You know, does he lose to Billy Joe? I mean, I think there's a better chance. Maybe. Yeah, no.
He could be outboxed.
Okay, then let me put it like this: who do you favor in that fight?
I'm a favor Canelo, but I favored Keith, and he got his ass whooped, right? I mean, not whooped, but he lost.
Yeah, of course. And then you put him in the Plant situation. I still favor him. Like, I don't know. Those fights are gonna happen. That's my only thing. And I'm not saying that Fury AJ doesn't, but all the other fights y'all are talking about are fights that we want to happen, that they've said could happen or should happen, but you know, time's still ticking. And by the way, there are people in the way of certain fights, right? Let's take Fury AJ. Wilder's in the way of that. We don't know to what regard, we don't know how much, but there's still that issue at large. With Canelo, the only person that's in front of him is the person that's in the ring next. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at least he can do it, is I guess all I'm trying to say. Right now, he's the only one that can do it.
Cause he's in control of his career, man. It's a little different, man. You know?
Blog Talk lighting up. People want to talk about this.
Let's go to new caller. I think we just went to him in the last show. This is the new caller from...
It was, but I stepped away, so I didn't record it.
Shit. Champ, what's your name again?
Tank
in West New York, you said, right? Or North New Jersey?
Nah, Elizabeth.
Yes, Elizabeth. North New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's right. Eastwick.
Okay. I got you, Tank. I got you.
Talk to us, Champ. We back at it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it got to be Charlo. Just for the simple fact that, well, Canelo passes the eye test of everybody, but I don't think he walks through his division. Errol Spence walks through his division easily. I think he's the best at his division, but those fights won't line up right now this year. And it was mainly because Bud doesn't have the publicity, in my opinion, that Errol has. Errol he bring the people out. He got more fans, more people back Errol than they do Bud. And Charlo, yeah, it's the easiest path for him. And that was basically my call.
Yo, you know everybody call me a hit. Yo, thank you for your call, Tank from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Thank you for your call. Yo, everybody call me a hater, you know what I mean? But I'm over here saying I'm trying to be so optimistic. I'm trying to be optimistic that we get Undisputed at the end of the year between Crawford and Bud, because I want to see the fight. No. People who say that I'm an Earl, I'm an Earl lover.
Got you.
Yeah. Like,
saying in general.
If I didn't want to, I'd be like, hell no, that fight's not going to happen for the next 2 years. Like, Bud got to wait.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I want to see that shit happen this year so we can get that settled. You know what I'm saying? I want to see for myself. I already know what it is, but let the world see. But when people say, like, you know what I mean? Oh, you capping for Earl. Nah, man, let's see who's the best.
Yo, oh man, I think that Ness, you put in that new number in, okay? Because
you be taking long, dog.
Nah, I was doing it right now. You
don't add it instant.
Every time I went to go do it.
I feel like you write it.
You added.
Can I just say this? I feel like you write it on your paper before you get to it. Like, I feel like you don't just type them right in.
I put them in my phone so that I could go back to them.
See, that's what I'm saying. And then then sometimes you forget to put it in, and it's like, yo, Mario ain't put it in.
Okay, my bad. But I was putting them in right now. I saw you were already putting them in. But the only reason why I was telling you to pause on this one, because I think that's Ranger Raw.
Well, let's see who the hell is Ranger Raw.
If not, it's a new caller for sure.
502 is on you. Louisville.
Yo, what up, Ness?
Yeah. Who's this?
It's Louis. It's Strap, man. Strapped up Sammy. What's good?
Strapped up Sammy.
Okay.
You got it, Mario?
What's
Yeah,
up?
I got it.
Rio, what's good?
What up?
So you in Kentucky?
Yeah, I'm in Kentucky. I'm originally from Lorain, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland, but I live in Kentucky. I started a business down here. I actually moved down here to turn pro boxing, but I broke my hand a couple times and had to have surgery coming out the military, so had to switch gears. But we're actually looking at property in Fort Lauderdale right now, man, to be able to snowbird down there.
You ain't trying to be my neighbor like that. Yo, you got a realtor? Because my man's is nasty. I'm telling you, there's a group of them. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. I'm recommending without.
Well,
he ain't even giving me no kickback. I'm just saying I had a great experience.
Well, yeah. Well, fuck with me on IG. I'll send you a message.
Yes.
But reason why, they really feeling me right now because I got a VA loan.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't wait to jump on that
So what
because
you got,
that's free
100%
money. You know what I'm
financing,
saying?
right? That's 100% financing when it's a VA loan?
Yeah.
Damn.
No down payment, 100% financing.
You beauty.
No, sir. Then they got so many programs out there that's grants and shit like that, so you can make a move real easy.
Yo,
so
Fort
I'm just trying to convince the wife.
Though, champ. How much square footage you looking for?
What I'm trying to do is kind of get the storefront, like the business front, connected to the house right now. So it's going to be like a little satellite office. So just to be snowbirding down there right now because I got kids in school, even though we're doing the homeschooling. But Ness, I need you to educate me on something real quick. This goes for the whole panel. For Teofimo and Devin Haney, is Teofimo considered undisputed right now? I know Devin has a belt, but what's the classification for Teo right now?
He's a unified franchise champ.
Yep.
And Ring Magazine champ. He's Ring Magazine champ. He's a unified champ with the WBA, WBO, and IBF. And he's the franchise WBC champ.
Okay, so at the end of the year,
Fighter of the year for 2020, I think.
Co-fighter of the year.
So potentially at the end of the year, with him being a franchise champion, he could pick Devin Haney and fight Devin, and if he beats Devin, then he'll be undisputed. Is that correct?
Yeah, but he could pick Devin anytime he wants, just like Canelo picked to fight Callum for the vacant WBC. As a franchise champ, you could put yourself in certain positions. I mean, Teo did an interview where he said his purse bid is going to be iconic, so we got to wait and see what happens. Maybe he got some new financial backers about to come tear shit up, I don't know. I got something in there.
And the last thing I'll add, appreciate that. Last thing I'll add, I think that Errol Spence would fight Canelo before he fights Terrence. I think that they're just
he would be
stuck
smart.
in their own ways.
He would be. No, I don't think it's stubbornness. I think it's intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, with them both being welterweights, Bud and Errol right now, everybody want to see that fight. I think a lot of people that love boxing, they like boxing.
We want to see it, but I bet you none of the people that want to see it can guarantee it does over 1 million pay-per-views. They just want to see it. He fights Canelo.
True. It got to make sense.
He fights Canelo. He don't need nobody's pay-per-view. He getting a nice. Listen, the minute they opened the door and gave Sergey Kovalev $14 million, anybody with a decent name who could sell some pay-per-views, they in a position to negotiate. You gave Kovalev $14 million, motherfucking Earl selling pay-per-views. Dazn know that, and that's why they do pieces on him. When Earl show up to their fights, they got the camera on him. They know that. So, and they talked about the Dazn Canelo fight. So, they know there's money there. I mean, obviously, it's when we come back to fans, but they still know they could get 20-something thousand in Jerry's and just hype the prices. It's Canelo seats now.
Yep.
It's Canelo and Earl. Let's not forget that Earl outsold Canelo last year. I mean, listen, that fight making more and more sense, man. I know people don't want to hear that. Oh, you supposed to be a fan. I'm a fan, but I'm also a fan of money, man. And I love somebody to know how to do business, man. That's it. That's inspirational for me, man. To watch these dudes, bro. I'm telling you, to see Chris Colbert. I never thought when I met Chris Colbert all those years ago. That's why I look at these new amateurs with different eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what happens if in 5 years this girl I'm telling you about is the new Melissa Odessa, you know, on the rise up. So it's just like, I don't know. Everything is important, man. Everything is important. But next caller is, you never wrote that in. You never wrote that 502.
Hold on.
Did you write that 502? Yeah, Strapped Up Sammy. What up, champ?
Yeah, we got a super chat we got to get to real quick before we get to Buried. Suede Puma with a $5 super chat said, if both Mell and Spence go undisputed and either Valdez beats Shakur or Ryan beats Tank on top of Canelo going undisputed, who would you win? Who would win Trainer of the Year?
And that's why Leonard said it's only February. We do got 10 months of negotiations, fellas.
Exactly. You go.
So much, because I'm telling you, Ryan puts himself in that Tank fight. That's a big-ass fight, man. That's a pay-per-view, you know? And does he win? Does he lose? You know, that's what we got to see, you know, because Tank was hit by Gamboa. Can he take the power of Ryan? You know, Ryan showed power, man. Nobody else knocked out Campbell. Not like that. Nobody else knocked him out, and he got knocked out. You know, that was a nice left hook, man. Ryan continues to show that left hook is real. Now, Tank, bro, he's showing that, you know, he been already showed that his power is real. So Ryan gets hit. And Ryan got dropped before he could get knock out anybody. So does Tank tap him on the chin and it's over? And then the debate is truly over. But
hold on. R. Jonesy with another one real quick that says, def no for Canelo. EJ, Charlo got a real shot.
I don't know about EJ having a real shot, man. But
Canelo or EJ, but Charlo got a real shot.
Definitely no for Canelo. And EJ. Okay, yeah, definitely no for Canelo, EJ. Yeah. And that's what I said. Charlo, man. Charlo and Fury and AJ and Castano. Those are the people that are in magnificent positions.
If Fury wins, he's undisputed this year. And with a rumored 2-fight deal, Fury would defend his undisputed titles in the rematch. Only one to do that this year. Who is that to do that this year?
Shout out to Punch Drunk. I'm sorry, what? Who did what this year?
He said that he'd be only one to do that this year if he used to go undisputed and then go put his belts on the line again and do undisputed in the rematch. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Understand what Coach Myers saying? Okay, go ahead. Shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he was the link that they sent me. I think it was Maldonado sent me Punch Drunk's interview with Teofimo, where Teofimo says that the fight is gonna be, the purse bid is gonna be epic, and Punch Drunk just super chatted that's tomorrow. So the purse bid is tomorrow. I didn't even know that. But Punch Drunk, check your inbox on IG. If you avail, jump on. Let's talk about it. I would love to know what you know. Here you go. And if you want to give us your opinion, all you got to do is call in. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. J-Mac, are you available?
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Only check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, can you hear me?
J-Mac, what up?
You good?
In the building.
What up?
Oh, shit. Now we can't hear you. He just disappeared on us, Champy.
Yo.
You there now?
I had a call come through. My bad. Nah, man. Y'all asked, did you propose a question that
who's gonna be got a better chance out of Canelo, Errol, and Charlo?
Yes, Jermell.
To deliver Undisputed this year, 2021.
Yes.
Definitely Jermell. I don't think Errol going towards that buzz smoke no time soon. You just said Steam. I forgot what Tim Smith said that's not in their plan. So they've been pretty direct about saying they haven't had buzz in his plans. Canelo, I don't think so as well. I think he got a lot more fighting to do to get that. That's how many fights? 2 more after this one. Then you got to get them belts.
One, 2 more. Yep.
Okay, probably not this year. I don't see him doing 3 fights, and so it's easy. Jermell, I like the Bud and Jermell Charlo fight. If he can't get the fights at 147, and if he ain't gonna fight Errol, I think at whoever he fight next, if it's Sean Porter or Pacquiao, I think he need to go in the direction of fighting a Jermell Charlo or what have you, or fighting or just certain names at 154 if you want to move up, or just go out for to fight the big names. I like to see how that Jermell Charlo and Bud Crawford pay-per-view do against in comparison to Errol and Canelo pay-per-view. I know the Canelo will be bigger, but which one you think will be more competitive? That's my question to the panel. That's my call.
Man, hard to say, man. I mean, some people really think that Earl has a shot against Canelo, man. And I don't even want to say he don't, but I'm leaning Canelo, man. That's what I will say.
Sure,
Before I pass it to y'all, I just want to say we will have Erickson Lubin on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to listen to that interview live, it'll happen Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. Yo, listen, Sway Puma, we definitely did answer your super chat. Well, actually, no, we didn't. So I'm going to answer your super chat. I would have Eddy Reynoso winning Trainer of the Year if both Mell and Spence go undisputed, but Valdez beats Shakur and Ryan beats Tank.
Hell yeah.
And top of it, Canelo going undisputed. I can't cap and have to give it to Reynoso. Even though it's been about 10, 15 years since undisputed has happened in both divisions.
It wouldn't matter, bro. You telling me that your whole if his team knock off Shakur and Tank? Man, hell no, man. Hell no. That's huge, man. Shakur,
right there.
people think Shakur's the next Floyd, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's no one that doesn't think he's a great boxer. So, and he just started. If they knock him off and Tank, who they call Mini Mike Tyson, come on, no way. I mean, I don't know.
Out of all the
fights
proposed, that's the one. Out of all the fights proposed, that's the one that would be the biggest upset of them all.
Is Tank?
Who's a big
Tank or Shakur?
Shakur, that. Well, both of them.
Nah,
really, but Shakur
listen.
For me is the
I ain't
the
gonna
one.
cap. I ain't gonna cap just because he from my home state and town. Like, he ain't done enough. If Ryan beats Gervonta Davis, that is the upset. That is the upset, because all Ryan got is Campbell on his resume, like, in terms of, like, you know what I'm saying? Tank is the dude that had his back against the wall. He the dude that fought Pedraza, who went on to be a 2-time champ. He the one that just beat Leo, and he's the puncher. I don't know that if I don't think, and I got Tank over Ryan. I would pick Tank because he's more consistent. Ryan just started knocking out. And Ryan gets hit. He got dropped. Tank ain't get dropped. Tank gets hit, but he ain't get dropped. It's just so much more. Tank has showed a sparring with Ivan Red. That's the upset to me. Ryan beats Tank. That's an upset to me. But listen, is it an upset to you guys? Let us know in the chat. Call us up, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We going on out to some super chats. We got Texas Bulldog Boxing, who says Bud Crawford finna fight Ace Ventura. And then we got LV, who says Bud moves up and gets Castano, WBO, then Jermell fight. Yeah, fucking right. But that would be amazing because I ain't gonna front. Y'all remember? No, I ain't gonna front. Y'all remember? I had mad energy for Bud and Crawford's beef. I even got Bob on, and Bob said it was a good fight. I got no issue with that, but that's Bud having to jump up and fight a pretty tough dude when he got unfinished business at welterweight. It would be literally unfair. I wanted him to jump up and fight the WBO Texas Pac Sharia because I felt like that was a winnable fight to get the clout to get you the Errol fight.
Yeah.
Going up to fight Mel, that's a real fucking fight. You better put a two-way rematch clause in there and all that greatness, man.
He said put everything in there. Life insurance, everything.
Damn, shots fired, life insurance?
They put everything in there. You might as well, like a will, testament, like will out your state. I play. Come on, man. Like, you tripping, man.
No, you ain't tripping because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. No. Don't cut me off. No, you the one said life insurance, so you think that fight is that dangerous. We be talking about Errol Spence versus Canelo, and you ain't never said life insurance for that fight, so.
Because you've never said that you got to make sure you have everything in line, two-way rematch clause and all that stuff. So
I never said that for Errol because I don't think Errol gets killed. You thought Crawford get killed, so you want life insurance.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, Bud fans, come at this dude. He want Bud to have life insurance.
Hey,
what?
It was my man. What was my man's name? It was my man.
I hear you though.
Ex Bulldog Boxing that said Bud finna fight Ace Ventura. It wasn't me.
But you the one said Bud would need life insurance. But listen, I get you. Jermell just did knock out my Dominican brethren with a jab. Like he knocked him out with a jab. So, listen, Jermell has shown that he's dangerous, man. He's dangerous. And he's shown he's got growth, right? Because he came back and handled Harrison more definitively. You know what I mean? He got a resume and a half on him, man. He like Sean Porter, man, except he don't lose, He fight everybody, and he's got a lot of good names now. Like Jermell is that dude now. You know what I'm saying? And he been for a minute because he had a lot of good like C's and maybe B minuses, whatever you consider the Rosados and the Josine Alcines and that other dude with the braids. Who was that dude with the braids? He beat Ota, something Oda.
But he's getting the recognition now. That's what's beautiful about it.
Of course, all the belts now, all the belts, man, all the belts.
Can't deny him when he pulls up. He got all them belts.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jermell, man. He also
Undisputed, man. Like, no, real. If he Undisputed, like what that means for the twins, like achieving their goals and whatnot. Like now the motivation.
I don't know about for the twins. For Jermell, I don't know about for the twins. I think that Jamal needs to unify. It's time to unify. Your brother is very close to being undisputed. But let's get back to these callers. We got Coach Myers. Did we go to Myers for this show? Myers, talk to us. Connecticut.
Myers.
No. Oh, there he goes. Coach Myers.
Yo, is this the boomerang?
Oh, you went already? I'll come back to you.
Yeah, it already came to me.
All right. We're going out to Seattle, Washington's own
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com. I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo. Will the people you said, will they go and be undisputed? I feel like Canelo will eventually be stopped by someone. Jermell Charlo, I think he will. Errol Spence will. And I think Crawford will too. Eventually, when we get that big fight, can't wait to see it. Yep. I would like to get my boomerang back to back though. But I have a real question though. Ness and the panel, everyone on there, who do you guys really think that Terrence Crawford is going to fight next? Is it going to be Manny Pacquiao, or is he not going to fight this year? Because there's so many fights, like Sean Porter. I'm just confused.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Pacquiao or Porter, right? If they can't land a Pacquiao fight, they're going to give us Porter. I haven't heard any other thing other than that. Bomac and me text yesterday. What the hell?
Yeah.
Idris, what up with you, champ? Bomax and me text yesterday, and I was asking him to hop on that Pacquiao Buzz show, and he was like, right now we just crossing our fingers. So I'm like,
you should get what's his name? Kenny Porter, man. Kenny Porter, he's doing the paperwork.
Yo, Kenny hit me. Let me try him right now. Yo, I hit him up yesterday, but we had Bill on. When he called me back, I had Bill and Sanson on, and that's when he was available. But I was already.
Yeah, I remember that call. Yeah, but that's my call, man. I hope to hear what Kenny Porter has to say. I can't wait to see Sean Porter definitely get a good win. That's my call.
The thing is, I be wanting to get them on damn, it's been a minute. Let me see. I be wanting to get him on his show. Like, it's going to get buried if Ken Porter's on this show. I like it like this morning. Like, Michael Hunter's in an elimination. Guess what? Michael Hunter's on. You know what I'm saying? But Ken is awake, man. He is awake. So I could hit him up, but it'll be on this show. Just know that. But let's see. Kenny G. I always call him Kenny G, but it's Kenny P.
Yeah, definitely Kenny P. Ken Porter. Let's get him on, man. Let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what the talks are. Yeah, if we can. Yo, I don't really know what's going on right now, but everybody needs to do their very best and smash that thumbs up.
Yeah, man, we get no love. We get no love.
Like, what the hell? We got over 200, almost 300 people watching and listening.
There were over 300
thumbs up. Like, y'all tripping, man. Come on.
Let me see.
Come on, man. Smash that thumbs up button, man. Smash that like button. You like what we doing or what's up?
Suleiman for tomorrow. Fuck it. Mauricio.
Right here.
Yo, so next up is Francis, but also Idris, UK. What up?
Yo, what's good? What is good, man? What's the Canelo Yildirim? All right, mismatch, absolute mismatch. Yildirim looks like a child in a candy sweet shop being told to buy whatever you like. Listen, all the flashing lights, the holding up the NFL jerseys. He's just like, he's good for him, man. He's gonna live to tell this story for the rest of his life, man. It's gonna be, it's gonna be the legend in about 13 centuries, that generations down. The story's gonna change how he slayed the dragon Canelo. His family.
Yo,
but
you being from the UK, it's funny you're not giving him a shot, being as though this was the same joke and narrative we had about Andy Ruiz.
What, for Yildirim?
Absolutely. Andy Ruiz had lost already. He just wasn't knocked out by a Chris Eubank, but Andy Ruiz had lost already.
You know what? You've got a point. You've got a point, but I can't see it. It's like a almost impossible point, man. I don't know,
just
man.
Just know this. Yes, he lost to Yildirim, right? But this is boxing, and Yildirim. I mean, yes, he lost to Eubank, but this is boxing, and Yildirim started his career at 175.
I mean, all right. So, what in terms of boxing history, if he does this year, would you say this is the biggest upset ever?
I mean,
in the whole of history?
Obviously, right now, the biggest upset in boxing for me is AJ Ruiz. That would
not in history. No. I don't even think that makes top 10.
I use the words for me.
Okay, so where would you put this? To me, this is ever. I'm talking from the beginning of time.
If this happens, this would be the biggest upset in the world for me. You know what I mean?
Like in all of sports. So it's like a bigger,
I don't know about all
ask,
sports, man. You going on a limb. But
all right, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you this though. Yildirim didn't have 5 weeks. Ruiz did. You know, Ruiz didn't spar AJ. Yildirim did. You know, when Yildirim lost to our good friend Chris Eubank, who's gonna be a possible big name opponent for Jermell Charlo, Yildirim didn't have Julio Diaz. We are now having a discussion about how trainers can make a difference and how they made a difference for Jermell and how they're making a difference for Valdez and how they're making a difference for Ryan and Ruiz. So with that same logical thought process, why are we not thinking that Julio Diaz, you know, can do that for Yildirim? Didn't Julio Diaz do that for Joel Diaz Jr., Joseph Diaz Jr.? Wasn't it him in the corner to help him with the Tevin Farmer win, or am I wrong? I don't want. Am I wrong?
I think he was in the corner. Yes.
You know, I mean, people do these things.
For the Tevin Farmer, he was definitely in the corner for that fight.
So again, no one thought Ruiz was gonna win. You know, we thought AJ was cherry picking a fat dude, and we think Canelo is cherry picking a dude from Turkey. But boxing shown us that Buster Douglas, Oliver McCall, all those great upsets that you talking about, and questioning, can this be a bigger upset than that? They happen for a reason. Yildirim, you know, has the chance of any fighter if he lands the right punch. Do I believe it's gonna happen? No. Am I betting on it to happen? Even a $2 bet? No. But it is boxing, man. Shit is different when you get punched in the face. You know what I mean? You know, Canelo, like Wilder and AJ have never been hit in that top of the head area equilibrium shot. You know, maybe they gonna say Canelo did when he got hurt by Jose Miguel Cotto and not Miguel Cotto, the brother. But I don't think that was, I think that was on the chin when he hurt him. I don't think that was on the top of the head. You know, when you get hit on that equilibrium behind the ear, top of the head, and you know, and your foot, the way that Keem foot went out, and who was the dude this week? Mell Berchelt foot went out. Bro, it's hard to recover from that. Shout out to Wolverine Keem. That's why he in the main event March 13th. But it's hard to recover from that, man. And Canelo ain't get hit there. So if Yildirim clip him, he clip him, and that's what Leonard Ellerby is talking about. That's what we talking about. But we got boxing expert changed his emoji. Nice Canelo picture there. It says, Ness, did CYP, PBC, Dude, J-Mac, and everyone else call for Healing versus El Gata? Why does Charlita get a pass for axing Catchweight? So yeah, man, nobody was mad at Charlo fighting Highland because Highland was an eliminator. It's just like, you know, whoever you're in an eliminator with, that's a necessary evil to get closer to the title. So, you know, Charlo was in there with Highland, who had one leg, and it didn't matter because he was getting one step closer to his journey. As far as no hate for catchweights, yeah, man. I mean, I don't have a problem, right? Because I haven't never had a problem because Pacquiao and you know, so many other people have been doing catchweights. Pacquiao put Cotto in the catchweight. I didn't have a problem. You know what I mean? Then Mayweather put Canelo in the catchweight. I didn't have a problem, man. Like those fights were big. You know what I'm saying? Then Cotto put Sergio Martinez in the catchweight. I didn't have a problem. I had more of an issue Sergio Martinez lying to us with his fucking old man knees, you know? And then Cotto put Canelo in the 155 catch. I didn't have a problem, you know? Canelo had to do what he had to do. Like Mayweather was in a catchweight, right? He was forced to move up. That's a catchweight. Oscar made him move up. You know what I'm saying? Margarito was in a catchweight with Pacquiao. You know, it is what it is. Well, actually, no. That was 54 because he took his belt, right? That was a 54 belt?
Yeah.
He took his belt. I think Pacquiao came in at 151 for that fight.
52, I think it was. Or 51, yeah.
I mean, you would know because you said you bet with a lot of Filipinos back then, right?
Hell yeah, man. Like, yo, what you mean? But, yo, I wanted to ask you a question real quick. I know that Plant is your mans in them, no? came out and support you, and he come on the show from time to time, and when he has the time, and show love, right? If Undisputed came down to Canelo and Plant, like, who are you rolling with, man?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I won't pick. Because, bro, look at my relationship with Porter for picking Thurman. And look at my relationship with Danny for picking Thurman. You know, it's so corny, man. You can't pick, man. You can't pick, man. Shit is whack, man. But it is what it is. You can't pick.
But, yeah.
You know?
You gotta do that behind closed doors.
For real. And yo, Tyson Fury won't come on for picking Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, look. New member, though. Shout out to Caroline King. I wonder is that like because of the song? What?
You know that song Caroline by Andre 3000 and them?
Nah.
Yo, that shit, oh man.
Nah. I mean, the only Andre 3000 song that I can remember is the big commercial hit that wasn't a hit to me. I didn't understand why everybody was bumping Miss Jackson. I never understood that shit.
You didn't like Miss Jackson?
That shit was annoying, man. What was the point of Miss? I mean, I get it, but I didn't get it. Like it wasn't my thing. It wasn't my
meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize
a million times. I hear you, man. I hear you, man.
Jackson.
Where we going? We going to J to the T. You avail? Keem in Florida. Louisville Slugger. Okay. Oh, there we go. What up?
Yeah, you had came to me.
Oh, I did? Damn, where I left for? I'm going to go to... Did I go to Ohio, Majid?
Might have went to Majid, yeah.
Okay, CYP, I know I ain't go to you.
Yeah, you went to me already. Like the video, bitches. All right.
C to the Y, P.
And he got a boomerang from Mulatto.
We don't hear you, champ. Hang up and call back in, because we don't hear you, champ. There you go. Well, I don't know if that's you now, because Stick Talk unmuted. CYP. We don't hear you, champ. Just hang up and call back in. I don't know. You unmuting, but it's not working. We don't hear you. Stick Talk.
Yeah.
What up?
Hey, man.
All right.
That Charlo Undisputed is going to happen before any of them. The song you was thinking of, Francis, was Roses by Andre 3. It was the Outkast song on that double album. I forgot the name of the album. It was the double album. The name of the song was Roses. Yeah, but this whole Canelo thing, man, Yildirim has zero chance. Yildirim was his sparring partner for the Smith dude. Like, come on, like,
Yo, now remember, we just had Michael Hunter on, who said he was Ruiz and them sparring partner, and he think he'll win because of that. He said, I used to spar Charles Moore. I used to spar Wilder. You know, I was his sparring partner in the Olympics. I used to spar Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is confident because of that. So
yeah, he's confident because of that. But come on, Yildirim getting folded by Chris Eubank. Yildirim getting beat by.
What about Coach Joel Diaz? He don't make a difference. How many world champs he had? You forgot he took Bradley to beat Manny Pacquiao.
Listen, was that really a win on Bradley, or was that a robbery?
You forgot he took Bradley to get through adversity in the Ruslan Provatnikov fight. He made Bradley. He helped Bradley beat. He helped Bradley win that Ted. Oh wait, was that with Ted? Nah, yeah, that was Joel with the. Was it Joel with the Marquez win, or was it Atlas?
No, Atlas came after.
Yeah, I know Atlas came after, but was it? Did he get the Marquez win with Joel? Because that's his biggest true win. Because I know the Pacquiao win ain't a true win for everybody.
Yeah, but one more thing about these unification things. These UK dudes, Idris, I got respect for you. We ain't never had no problems. Fury, AJ ain't happening. If it happens, it's not happening until the middle of next year. Fury's fucking fat as fuck. He's back on the perico. He's eating uncastrated boar meat. He's fucking living pro cause. This motherfucker's not. If he get in the ring this year,
he's a faithfully married man
that loves coke horse and coke. But but listen, and he still got these.
Gotta go. CYP, talk to me.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up?
All right, yo, man. This fool Yildirim is holding up a number 58 jersey, and Canelo's holding up a number 1. Number 58 is for the 58th fight that Canelo's about to enter. Who allowed Yildirim to hold that up? That is the most disrespectful thing you could do to another fighter. Oh, your opponent number 58? Like, dude, he has no chance of winning. I don't even know if he has a chance of landing a significant punch unless Canelo just wants to just see.
Why did Buster Douglas have more of a shot?
That's horrible. And Buster Douglas wasn't holding up no goddamn jersey either, saying number 33.
But why did he have more of a shot? He was a 30-1 dog, man. I'm about to check the line for us, Francis.
And he still wasn't holding up no jersey talking about I'm number 33. That's the point. That's the point here. The disrespect is ridiculous. I don't know why.
But listen. The disrespect was ridiculous for Ruiz, and let me tell you why. Hear me out, please. Listen. Yildirim holding up a jersey. Ruiz was holding up the belts. What was more disrespectful? Everybody was talking about that. Like, yo, why you let him hold the belts? That's crazy. So it's the same difference, man. Same difference.
Well, let me explain this to you.
Let me just finish. AJ thought he was going to win so bad that he let that man take pictures with his belts, and that's what the fuck happened. He got cursed because of that.
Okay, call it what you want. When athletes hold up jerseys, it's because they want to switch them. It's because I want yours, you want mine. This ain't that. Canelo don't want that 58 from him. Canelo wants people to know he's number 58. If you spin, you can spin that any casual way you want to, my guy.
No,
but I'm a real athlete.
You just helped me. Thanks. And I gave you an extra minute because it's always fun. Listen, he just helped me. You right. He holding up number 58 because he want to end the night with the number 1. You right. You helped us explain why he's holding up. He is number 58, but if he gets the win, he'll be number 1. He'll have the ring belt. He'll have the franchise. He'll have everything. He'll have everything. And guess what? He'll have a rematch. Just like Bradley. Whether he won by mistake or not, he'll have a rematch, and that rematch will be for more. Bradley's first fight with Pacquiao was $5 million. Next one was 8. So, you know.
So the line for Yildirim is plus 1,400 and minus 5,000 for Canelo.
So that means he's a smaller underdog than Buster Douglas, and he's right on par with Andy Ruiz. Just saying, man. Let's just be logical. We could Google right now and see screenshots and everything that Andy was anywhere between a plus 1,200 to a plus 1,600, you know, and everyone knows that fucking Buster Douglas was a 30-1 dog. So, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not defending this shit. I know Canelo better knock him out. This is like if Reynoso hit me up the way Bill does, you know, shout out to Bill. Hopefully he still hits me up for advice on fights. But like, if Canelo would have hit me up like, yo, we got to take this Yildirim fight, I would have been like, all right, it's a mandatory, but they're going to hate you. And if you don't knock him out, you going to get ridiculed because fucking Eubank did that shit like 100 years ago. So it's a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation. He's got to destroy Yildirim. Yildirim, you know what I mean? Lose-lose in my opinion, but we're here. The only win he got is that it's a mandatory. But again, that argument doesn't really hold weight to people because it's like, yo, you picking and choosing your mandatories. We got K-Boxing from D.C. Talk to me.
What it do, fellas? Been out for a while, had a little surgery, but just getting back.
Hope everything is well.
Just want to say hey to everybody. Everything's well, bro. Everything's well. Be back to work soon, so it's all good. But just wanted to run down this little list real quick with y'all. Ness, I just can't believe that you're not down with Outkast that way, man. You know, they came out on Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music, baby. Where were you at? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm a 80s baby.
He was at the Poppy shop,
Nah,
man.
No. I didn't change to the Poppy shit till late in my life. Listen, I'm an 80s baby grown up in the tri-state, man. Like, I'm all like M.O.P., M.O.B., Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie. Like, I'm old school, Big L, Smoother Hustler.
Okay.
Like, I like the tri-state music. Like, you know, Phillies. I was, man, everything that came out of state property, you know, Meek Mills, even my man Reed Dollars. Like, so much shit that I like.
Outkast was ahead of their time, too.
It was not my thing. It was not my thing. But I'm not from the South. You know, I got to be like Midwest and stuff like that. That was their thing.
Yeah, but they had a lot of commercial stuff too, like "Hey y'all" and all that, you know. But it's all good. But anyway,
what's
just
that
wanted to
chorus
run
like?
through this
Hold
real
on.
quick. Hey y'all.
Oh yeah.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they had a whole lot of commercial shit like too. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
And
but
they brought
just
out that
wanted to run
group,
through
right?
this.
They was able to open the
Yes.
door for the dude that had that song
Goody
like,
Mob.
"Who's that peeking in my
The Goody
window?" Blah. Ain't that
Yeah,
them?
Goody Mob.
Yeah.
Goody Mob.
Yeah, they did. I mean, look, they
that's
was
good. That's
big.
Goody. That's Goody Mob, baby. So you're getting deep now, but
My thing is this,
Grammys, bro. Grammys, bro.
My thing is this, man. They was big for where they from, but I hate when people try to put Andre in the same conversation as some other lyricists, and it's like, yo, my man got lyrics, but he ain't never used them in an aggressive manner. Once in a blue, he'll give you a glimpse, but he's never been like a LL or Cannabis or a J or a Nas, or like a dude that wants that smoke and will come get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just hard to put him in there. Like, you lyric. You told me, you know, Eminem is like one of Jada Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Even Styles, bro. Styles is like, I don't know. I'm a lyricist type of dude, but yeah, I hear you. KC Box.
yeah. Yeah. So but yeah, if you do a little research, you'll find out that Andre is a very sought out lyricist, and over the years, a lot of people pay big money just to have him to ghost for them and everything. Just do a little research on that.
But let me ask you this: what's his biggest
Yes,
ghost?
sir.
What's his unfaithful with Rihanna for Neo? You know what I'm saying? What's his motherfucking Dr. Dre for Jay-Z? Remember that, man? Remember the shit you love? Like,
Yeah,
Jay wrote it for people.
You're right. He wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's all because he just wasn't as aggressive. You know, that's a pretty big point you brought out there. That's no joke on that. But getting back to boxing, man, I just want to say, you guys, you're gonna find out, man, that Earl and Jermell is staying the course. Okay, they set out to be undisputed, and no matter what talk comes out or whatever, or much people talk about Earl fight Canelo, all that, them guys on a mission. Mel got one more to get, and Earl is not going to stop. Like he said, I'm going to move up when I get them other two belts, and that's cut and dry, man. You know what I mean? And just one more thing I wanted to say on that new thing with this new thing with Yildirim and Canelo, right? I mean, just something to throw out there. How we know Yildirim all this time ain't been holding out in sparring and planning on breaking coming out the box like a jack in the box and surprising the world. So you never know, man. You know what I'm saying?
K Boxing in DC, man. Stand up. Super chat from Boston Jared that says Outkast had a mean track on the Jersey Drive soundtrack. And I watched that movie a few times, and I wouldn't even know what song that was, man. For real. All I remember from that is like midget. You know what I'm saying? Did we get the J-Mac today on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means who?
He don't got a boomerang?
I think he got. Well, I don't know, not anymore. Remember Jordan? I mean, not Jordan. What's my man name? Info got Jordans. It's he had White Boys and Mex, and they. So I think this is Anthony and Charlotte, because Mario dipped on us. Call him Dippy. Charlotte, what up?
Hope you can dip them.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, I think if Reynoso Well, let me ask you this: do you think the quality of opponents that these guys are beating to get to Undisputed matters more?
To me, it do. To me, that's why I give Fury and Sugar Hill more credit if they do it, because it's like they would have went, even though it's not in 1 year, which everyone's pointed out already, but they would have went through the top, man. They would have went through the most. Like, it's like we considered Wilder, AJ Fury 1, 2, 3. Nobody else is doing that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is doing that unless Spence gets Crawford this year. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because he went through Porter and
but he got to get him this year.
Top.
He got to get him this year.
Right.
Do you believe he gonna fight Crawford this year? That's the question.
I don't, but I thought this was a hypothetical. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's hypothetical. Oh, yeah, Ness, I heard you say my boy Smooth the Hustler, so you know who I am, the North Carolina vagina hitter.
I'm the human asthma, breath taker, body dump waster. Yo, people don't know about real rap, man. Yo, Anthony, man, thank you for calling in. We got a boomerang for CYP, courtesy of Mulatto, right?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yo, I ain't even gonna front, man. If you a real 80s baby, you love you some Outkast, but they legends. I can't help it or knock it. They are what they are. But listen though, man. I got a proposal. I told you I'm not paying you no money, but if 400 people give $10, we got it, man. We got your $2,000. So all I need y'all to do, listen, it's gonna be thousands.
400? That's a lot of people.
Yes, yeah, but we got thousands of listeners. We got thousands of listeners, man. Get them to donate. 400 could do 5, 200 could do 10. So 200 people do $10, 400 people do $5. That'll get you the $2,000 you need to face me in the ring.
Yes.
And if you do that, I promise you, if you do that, I put it on my businesses. I will sign the contract for however long you need. Let's go 6 months for them to raise the money. That's a long time. In 6 months, everybody will see CYP.
We got ballers out here, man. You could put that up, man. You a six-figure dude, man. Let's get that. Yo, put that shit up. Put that up. One way. Listen. You want to negotiate? You want to fight? I'm in shape. You want to fight? Put the money up. One-way rematch, March 13th, and it's on.
What are the terms to this? What are the terms?
One-way rematch. You don't get no rematch. I'm A-side.
I don't need no rematch, man. I don't need no rematch.
That's cool. That's what you say.
Listen, I don't need no rematch at all. It's not that.
That's what you say.
Listen, I don't want no damn rematch. I'm not AJ. I don't need no rematch, my guy.
That's what you say.
Listen, whatever you say, man. So what are the terms? Because I'm not paying you my money.
I mean, that's the terms. I'm not fighting you for free.
So everybody heard he ducked it. He doesn't want to fight me.
I ducked it. Oh man, I gave him extra time for nothing. I thought we was about to get this shit done, Ski, man.
Get a fight March 13th, man. I thought he's ready to
go, man. I don't know. I thought I was the one ducking, man. Listen, how am I ducking when he tells everyone how A, he's more successful than me. B, he has more money than me. C, he's the 6-figure dude. D, he's the one with the great business, right? He already got a ring. Like, I mean, what's up, baby? Let's do it. You already rich. Like, what? Hook me up, champ. Yeah. Hook me up. I mean, look. Nobody want to get their ass whooped for free. You gon' deke it, and I'm using air quotes, whoop my ass. Let's see you do it. Come on, man. Get that money right, champ. Get that money right. And we're going to put it on pay-per-view for sure, because remember, we sponsored by the BPE network, so it's already on pay-per-view. Let that be known, okay? Don't get it confused. We already pay-per-view without you. This fight's on the BPE network, and we have a deal with them, so, unless we don't want to air the next fight on the BPE network, we won't be pay-per-view, but, it's okay. I don't have to receive a dime from you. It's all good, baby. I mean, look, you came on here talking about that. You chose to use your call for that and not the show, man. I hear you, champ. Brandon, Cincinnati.
Wow.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up from back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing on the topic. I came in kind of late, but yeah,
I agree with you, Ness. With Outkast, I never respected that shit.
Get the fuck
yo,
out
they
of
gonna
here,
come
man.
for you now because they've been coming for me already.
That shit got no spin in my ride. And growing up, that shit got no play in my father's ride. And he's from the South.
You crazy, bro.
I've never heard him play an Outkast song. My dad is a gangster from Alabama, nigga. He was listening to UGK, 8 Ball, shit like that. We was not listening to no Hey Y'all, no shit like that in my ride, bro. That shit was not
for the mainstream, bro. They had gutted it from the South. I hear you, bro.
Well, that looks like everyone except for Coach Myers with the boomerang.
Boomy.
Boom, boom.
Stop it, CYP.
Yo.
You.
Yeah. Back to that Yildirim sparring. If he's confident off that bullshit ass sparring when Canelo was fucking his ass up.
Bruh, that's what they showed you though. Come on, man.
Bruh, he was flinching at everything. Canelo was chilling in there.
And how do you? But listen, how do you know that wasn't okay? But how you know that wasn't Monday? How you know that wasn't Monday?
I don't care if it was Thursday.
All right.
You could just see the difference in the skill level.
You're right.
So did you see that uppercut that Canelo hit him with?
Listen,
just playing around and just
I think I got
took
the
his
tape.
head.
Matter of fact, I think it's this one, bro. I might not.
They shouldn't have put that out. That's not good to promote the fight. Don't put that out because you see the clear mismatch in the skill level just in the sparring. So if he's confident off of that bullshit, then yeah, he's getting stopped in 1 round. I'm gonna say it right now. Go look up that sparring on YouTube. Yildirim getting stopped in 1 round. But that's my call.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere like that, man. Come on, man.
Yo, Mulatto with a super chat says Mario and Show Kid. I'm still here for Border Wars 10 or 11.
I mean, 10 is they fighting each other for 10, but Show Kid on the other hand at 41 did say if he beat Mario, he'll fight you. Like he definitely talks the talk, but that's everybody talks that talk before a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like when after he get 1 or 2 fights, like after he get his 1 fight, if he's still talking like that, then that's gonna be amazing. You know what I mean? But he got to get that 1 fight in and see how he feel. And we are done for right now. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel just in case we come back with another one. Depending on what's out there, remember to hit us up on Patreon or IG with any possible topics. I did put out a message to Suleiman trying to schedule him for Thursday. Remember, we got Thursday, 8 p.m. Erickson Lubin on the show. We'll keep you posted with anything else. We got Jadaril with a late super chat that said Andre 3000 wrote all those artists he named.
Wrote for all those artists he named for facts. All them artists. I wasn't even gonna get into
who he wrote for.
Y'all gotta do your history, man.
Who he wrote for?
RK 3000.
Who he wrote for?
Specifically, not Outkast. Cause hey, Big Boy wrote for a lot of people too, man.
Who he wrote for though?
Who? Drake. I give you. He wrote some songs for Drake. He wrote a song for Beyonce. He wrote a song for some big name people, man.
He said the people I mentioned. I thought it was the people I mentioned. I didn't know you mentioned Beyonce. My bad. I thought we was talking rap. But I mean, I did mention who's his Neo for Rihanna's Unfaithful, right? Because Neo wrote the Unfaithful, and that put her out there. That, because she was out there with Pond the River, but Unfaithful, like, boom. I mean, it either blew her up or Neo up, one of the two, right? Like, because after that, Neo actually started being in front of the camera and shit. But
right, Don't worry. We'll leave that for Untitled. I'm gonna have that for you.
Word. You ain't available for Untitled today at 5:00, man.
Huh?
You ain't available for 5:00 Untitled, man. Don't be telling the people that shit, man.
Today, I'm good to go. 5:00.
That's what he said, y'all. We back. We back. Right. Catch us later on. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. We out.
Hold on, man. Yo, Mulatto, they not gonna pull out, man. They gonna fight each other, man. But every day he talking about if they pull out.
I tried to get Mulatto a fight. He extra heavy, man. He a heavyweight trying to come down to cruiserweight in 14 days. Yeah, man.
He can't do it, can he? What do you think?
Not even if he could do it. I mean, the thing is, we don't got no cruiserweight that he want to fight. He didn't want Sean. He won a
Right.
novice, and a novice or Mario. So it's like,
One or the other.
I tried
But
to give him
anyway,
greatness, but he was like, only way he could take greatness if his greatness move up, and then greatness pulled out.
Shout out to greatness, man. Keep your head up. Keep working.
Keeping your head up.
I know Ness is a little bit disappointed that you didn't put all those things he worked on display.
Yeah,
But,
I just feel like he would have looked good as a novice versus now. I don't know. I don't even want to jinx it, man. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens.
Well, there you go, man. You can catch me personally at Next Up Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? And also at the weigh-in box on the IG and the weigh-in on YouTube. Yo.
I just want to cut you off in case these people fall off thinking we didn't want to get to them. But if you haven't pressed 1 on Blog Talk, that means you don't want to talk. If you press 1, we know that you do want to talk. Just saying. My bad.
And yeah, Mulatto Greatness did pull out. Yes, he wants to work on some things, get a little bit
He wants to be more comfortable in the ring before getting in the ring. I get it. You know what I mean? But it's also, for me, is going to put him on another level, right? Because now the tape that he submits for next season, he'll be more seasoned, and the novices will no longer want to fight him, and it's going to be someone that does have 1 fight or 2 fights, and now he got to take that risk because, again, he feels comfortable in the ring.
Right.
So, versus getting to fight a novice, you know what I mean? Because everybody got to agree. We can match make, but people got to agree. People got to
They
agree.
have to agree, yeah.
Yo, we out.
Peace.